Oh,
It had burned down by that time, you think?
I heard nothing about this mansion.
So all these big houses that these people built, you never saw these houses?
If the house was there, it was gone when I got here.
Okay. So it had already...
But they had so many big houses in Mound Bayou.
In the town?
In the town.
Mm-hmm. How long you think it took you to walk from your house to there's a Green Street in Mound Bayou? Wasn't the street called Green?
I never had no Green Street.
Well, how long did it take you to walk from your house to the main street of Mound Bayou?
When we according to where you lived at, you could live close to Mound Bayou. You could be 4 miles. We used to walk at least 4 miles to get to Mound Bayou.
To get to the town.
To the town, right. And sometimes my dad used to carry us in the car, you know how to do that. When they didn't have no concrete or nothing like that down there. We was down there then. For the wagon, he used to take us to school in the wagon. But wherever, see, my daddy was a big renter.
People rented from him?
Right.
Okay. That's another question I want to ask you. I put a pin in that one.
He was a renter, and he had about 6 or 7 sharecroppers working with him.
For him or with him?
Working. He got half of whatever they made.
Oh, okay.
What you call it, working on halves. So that's what my father done.
So what happened when he died? Did your mother keep that up? Did they keep working the land for you?
My mother, my uncle, his brother, couldn't stand my daddy because he was jealous of him and Uncle. Uncle looked like he cared more for my dad than he did him, and Uncle Albert got mad. You know Cutting East now?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Well, that's they daddy. They daddy and my daddy was brothers. And so when
I'll take that.
He done stole a bale of cotton. What he wasn't. Now my dad wouldn't let him have no ground, no cotton or nothing. No.
He wouldn't give his own brother land?
No, because they didn't get along. They really didn't get along with each other. But anyway, he wouldn't let him have it, but he let his wife have it. Ain't Fanny. So, but when Papa died, he had a whole lot of, had wagons, and you name all the junk. He just had a whole lot of stuff. Mules and cows and blah, 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 blah. Raised goats and raised everything. My daddy did. But Uncle Albert was lazy. But anyway, but he come up there, he sent little Albie. You remember Albie?
Oh, I do.
Albie was a small little boy. Well, he sent Albie up there to steal one of the cots. You have a 1-horse cot. Well, my dad had all that stuff. And Mama caught him carrying it down through the cotton mill. One night, he wait till we all go to bed and go to sleep. Then he'd get up here over there at night and steal what Uncle Albert done sent him up there at. But anyway, he's carrying Mama sewing. And then, but the next thing he done, he taking a bale of cotton. He wasn't supposed to sell no cotton.
How many pounds in a bale?
Huh?
How many pounds in a bale?
God knows, I don't forgot.
But a bale is...
You know what a bad wagon is?
That's all.
With all the top beds on them? That's a bale of cotton.
The bale is like, we got to figure out what a bale is.
Oh, no, it's that big bales, around 300 and 400 pounds. Oh, no, cotton. When you carry it to town, it's got seats in it.
And you take it to the gin.
You take it to the gin the seats out.
And there was, now let me ask you this. There was one of the differences in Mound Bayou was that the black people owned the cotton gin too. Is that true? Is it true that the black people own the cotton gin too?
They treated them.
That the black people own the cotton gin.
Everything in Mound Bayou.
Did you ever, one time you told me that Mound Bayou was nice because there was no white people. Can you explain more about that?
That's all I know. We didn't have to come in contact with the white people at all. But when we got along just fine.
But when you went to pick cotton and stuff in Drew, you saw some white people.
But that wasn't in Mound Bayou. That was in Drew.
So
we didn't have no white people in Mound Bayou. They didn't allow no white folks there.
What did you think about them when you saw them?
I ain't thought nothing about them. They was that way when I found myself. I ain't know nothing about that. They had that going on before I got here.
So let me ask you something. Did most of the people in Mound Bayou own their own land?
On their own land?
Yes, ma'am.
Some of them lived in Mound Bayou and they had land out in the country.
Oh, so, but see, you're making a distinction. The country was still Mound Bayou, right?
All of that.
You mean they lived in the town and they owned land away from the town?
Out in the country was nothing but blacks.
Mm-hmm.
But we lived there.
Okay.
But there were places down there that they had whites. But we were nothing but blacks. So anything around close to Mound Bayou, they called it Mound Bayou. Because Mound Bayou, they just about owned everything. They owned the schools, they owned the churches, the cemeteries, they owned it all.
When you let's see, you used to go to these church parties. Remember the time you told me you went to the dance and you was gonna jump out the window and go or something? How old were you then?
What?
You wanted to go to this dance and your mother wouldn't let you go. So you opened the window and got out and went to the dance.
No, I ain't told you.
Oh, now listen now.
I ain't opened no window nowhere.
What about the night you said that she was going to get, you said you was, your mama, when you came back, your mama said you was going to have to get out and you started getting you some material and you got ready to move and you got a whipping.
I didn't get no whipping.
Yeah, see, now you're trying to, you know, we're on camera, you're trying to back off from the story.
I didn't get no whipping. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I was about 17 years old then.
Oh, you got married the next year, though, didn't you?
No, I didn't. I got married at 19.
19.
At 19.
So that was
Mama had to
1935.
let me go to this place to the party. That's where they would make the money for the church.
So this was a church party?
Yeah.
Okay.
They would sell hot dogs and things like that to help the church out.
Did Granddaddy go too?
Granddaddy was dead then.
No, my granddaddy. Percy, did he meet you at the dance?
He used to be there sometimes. We used to give them dinners down there, hot wind roast and all this stuff. We used to give all that down there. That's the only way the people had to make their money.
How many times did you go out with Granddaddy before you married him?
Oh, I don't know how long.
How long did y'all date, like exclusively?
Huh?
You know, when he asked you to be his girlfriend, right? So how long after that was it that you got married?
I don't know.
So how long did you know him before you married him?
I was 18 years old when I learned him.
When you first met him?
When he first come over they moved to Mound Bayou, I was 18.
And then
I was 12. I was almost 18 because I was converted when I was 18. And I went to school with his cousin, Lorene. I went to school with her, but she used to board there in Mound Bayou. You know, they had a dormitory there.
Mm-hmm. So people would send their children from other towns to go to school there.
From Drew, Mississippi.
So Mound Bayou had, now the academic system there was not just available for the children of Mound Bayou, but people from surrounding areas would send their children there.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And from Alcorn, Mississippi, and different places.
So you met,
to graduate there.
So getting back to Granddaddy,
Huh?
Did you like him when you first met him?
No, I couldn't stand him.
What was wrong with him?
He couldn't talk plain, for one thing. Called me Bessie. And I just didn't like him. But he didn't give up.
So you ended up married how many years?
I was married 66 years and I think 4 months. I think it was. Marvin and them counted it up.
Huh.
You know, I was married 66 years. Never had a fight.
I never saw you fight.
Huh?
I never saw you fight, and I lived with you for 20 of those years.
We never did. We didn't argue. Both of them will tell you they never heard us argue. I did not want to bring my children up where the mom and dad was fussing.
Did your mother and father argue?
Yeah, they'd argue sometimes.
Over what?
Anything.
Who was going to pull the mule?
Anything what they wanted to. But my dad was crazy about my mama. See, my mother was red.
Mm-hmm.
I know that.
Like me?
And my daddy, he would hold her. He wouldn't fight her that much, but he didn't fight. I ain't never seen him hit her now. But he would hold her.
Mm-hmm.
And she'd tell all of us, bring me the poke eye. Bring me this. My brother and I, one of my brothers, one named B, the one I'm next to going up, we'd stay in the kitchen. We wouldn't care nothing. But my oldest brother, he was old. He was crazy about mama. He looked just like her. And
what was his name?
James.
Oh.
And she called him. He go get the poke eye and carry mama to fight him. Hit Papa with the poke eye.
Now, what is the brother? Now, tell us this story about the brother that claimed the cow followed him and they put him in jail and he broke out.
That's the one I was talking about. That's B. Well, that's the time he had done left home then.
But if there was no police in Mount Bayou, who arrested him?
They had protection there in Mound Bayou.
No, there actually was no police force. The books are saying that there wasn't. So how did y'all keep, when people got rowdy on Saturday night?
They didn't get rowdy on no Saturday night. Mound Bayou was
So nobody got drunk and went tearing to the town.
They had a certain time you could be there and certain time you couldn't be there. And then if you're out there showing out, they would send you home.
Who? Who was this
The
day?
people out there in the Bayou, those that had those stoves and things around there in Mound Bayou.
Oh, well, let me get this straight. So, okay, let me get this straight. So the people who owned the property in the town kept the peace in the town.
They had people to take care of things like that.
But they weren't in the
ordinary people.
Oh.
Now, when I come to St. Louis, after I come to St. Louis, Cousin Flooney, one you know, Cousin Flooney, she married a guy, and he was some kind of little old sheriff or something. But they soon got rid of him. Turner can tell you all about all that stuff. Now, John Thomas, that's one of the big owners at Mound Bayou. He was one, but he didn't wear no uniform.
Oh. There was like men that had people respected. They would take turns keeping the peace.
Right.
And they didn't get paid.
Now, let me get you straight here. You don't know nothing about Mound Bayou. You know what Mound Bayou was?
What was it?
It was a lovely place to be. If you made it to Mound Bayou, you were safe. And especially if you was black. Those people stretched their arms out to help anybody that came there.
Mm.
Long as you was black, they gonna reach out and get you. That black man, I told you about the black man killed a white rider
Yes, ma'am.
over there. And all he wanted to do to make it to Mound Bayou. When he made it to Mound Bayou, they put him on the train and sent him over there in East St. Louis.
And you met him some years ago, didn't you? Did you ever?
I saw him over on Lee Mays where we used to go pick cotton at. That's where he was staying at. And the old rider was picking at his wife. And so he got mad. And he shot the rider, killed him.
Mm-hmm.
And went to that big church that had a big steeple up in the church.
It's called, is that Wander's Home?
Not one was home. We was up on Lee Mays then. We wasn't over that close to Mound Bayou. We'd be picking cotton for the white man.
Yeah.
So he made it in that church.
Do you remember the name of the church?
I did know. I don't know it now. I remember the church.
So now fast forward
That was a black church.
So do you remember somebody calling people white cappers? Do you remember white cappers? Do you remember what a white capper was?
No.
Huh, that was the name for the Klan. So did it ever come down, when these white people come to this town, they come to Mount Bayou, and they're looking for this black man that shot this rider.
They didn't get there.
Now what happened first?
They didn't get there.
They never made it to Mount Bayou.
No.
Why not?
Cars were bumper to bumper on the way to Mound Bayou.
Now listen, did you see this personally, or did your brothers tell you?
I was looking out the window. Me and Petey, we had just got married, not long got married.
That was in
And they come right by one of those.
Now wait a second, it's 1935.
Huh?
This 1935, right? Or 1936?
I married in 35.
So you're looking out the window with Granddaddy, and all these white people are coming in these cars.
Well, they wasn't coming. Now look, they was coming from another town,
Okay.
and they knew the guy. They had been looking for him everywhere, but they couldn't find him. But they figured he had done got them out on Bayou.
Mm-hmm.
So the cars was all lined up, bumper to bumper. And we were looking like right by one of those home church.
Mm-hmm.
Because we wouldn't know half one of those home church. But Jim Staple and all them bunches of black men went out there in Mound by and hid over in the schoolyard.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the schoolyard had the high. You know,
Which school?
Huh?
Which school?
Barber County Training School.
Okay.
It had three floors.
Were they armed? Did they have guns?
That's what they had on. All of them had guns.
No, I mean, your father-in-law, Jim Staples, did he take his gun when he went to
All
the
of them had guns.
Okay. So
They
what
went out there to protect Mound Bayou.
But they were also protecting that guy that killed the riot.